So we're going live. We're going for another session of life path numbers. And if you're interested in joining, and so the life path numbers for one person is $15. And if you want to add your significant other, it's going to be another $4. So then if you think you're in a twin flame journey, then this is going to give you an opportunity to see if, you know, through life path numbers, we'll see if you're on the right track, you know, if this is really a twin flame. I've been doing life path numbers since I was 29. You fill out my intake form. Oh, cool. Okay, cool. I will totally call you. Hang on. Let me see if I can see. Right now I've got the big screen on my computer, big screen on my little laptop. It's not a big screen. Hang on, let me see if I can see your intake form real quick. Bear with me. Because I will definitely call you. Oh, here you go. Yes. Okay, gotcha. You got it. Okay. But do you want a reading? Or do you want... There, please. Out. I gotta get my dog out for a minute. Sorry. All right. So the life path number. She's a beautiful dog, by the way, but she needs a lot right now, and I can't give it to her right now. All right. So the $19 one. Okay. So I don't need an intake form for that. I just need you to send me the Venmo, and then the Venmo, I would need you to go ahead and send me your date of birth on the Venmo, thing. So here's my Venmo. Let me send it to you. It's Tony Barca. I'm gonna send it to you. 9, the number 9. Okay. And then, but there was no need to do the intake form. You didn't have to worry about that. So but it's all good. Thank you for being so thorough. Let's see here. So as soon as I get that, I will start. In the interim, will my info be private? Yes, exactly. Your infos will be private if you send me your numbers on online, right, on the Venmo payment, and I will just do the numerology, but I will not say your date of birth. I will not break it down like that. I will just, the life path number is what I'm going to do, okay? But I don't do these privately. I'm just going to be straight up. If you want a private reading, a twin flame private reading, it's $108. It's 1 hour, and life path is part of it. I do life path. I also do an oracle reading, and then I do tarot, psychic readings, downloads. I can also do Akashic readings for you guys to see what past lives you've had, future lives you've had, and what's going on, so that you can get an idea of if you are in the right space. In other words, if you're actually on the right path to your intention when you incarnated here. Okay, so. If Indigo, Gem, if you want to do this, then go ahead and do it with me, and we'll get it done, and then we like private readings are 108. I don't do them publicly, but life path numbers I always do them publicly. I will never do them privately unless you do a full 1 hour reading, and the reason is because it helps other people see their numbers in terms of life path numbers. But in terms of me breaking down, I'm going to give it to you like this. Like, say you come to me and you're like born May 10th, 1972. If you send it to me on Venmo, no, I'm not going to say publicly, but I will talk about 10. I will talk about the fact that as a life path number, I'll break it down to you, and then other people can hear it. Last night's life path clinic that I did, I uploaded it on YouTube. And many of you did it with me last night, and I thank you, by the way. And I was able, and you guys are able to screen record your particular portion of it. So this session, I will go ahead and upload it to YouTube when we're done. Is that cool? So Indigo, just let me know where you're at with that, what you want to do. But in the interim, while we wait as to what you want to I'm going to go right into a life path reading. Yesterday I did Marie Antoinette. I've done Jim Morrison, and you guys can see what I'm doing. And I think I'm going to do, it came to me, Nicholas Tesla. I'm going to do Nicholas Tesla. I hope you guys know who that is. Nicholas Tesla, D.O.B. Okay, so Nicholas Tesla was born July 10th, right? July 10th, 1856, okay? So 10 is the Wheel of Fortune. 10 is the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune goes up and down, you know? It's a cycle, right? It's a cycle of good and challenges, you know, happiness and things that are a little too tough to deal with. But Nicholas Tesla, his number 10. So yeah, if you could let them know how they want to do a, you know, okay, and in terms of that. All right, so Nicholas Tesla 10 is actually a pretty good number. It's not fraught with issues. So he was born on the 10th of July, and 10 turns into the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune in tarot is 10. In Kabbalah numerology, it is also the Wheel of Fortune, Isis, Osiris, the balance of the yin and yang, good and bad, challenges and no challenges. And then we go right into 1. 1 is the sun. In Kabbalah numerology, 19 is the sun, which by the way is 10. And I'm sorry, let me go back. In Kabbalah numerology, 1 is the sun. In tarot, 19 is the sun, which turns into 10, which turns into 1. Okay? So when he was born, on the day he was born, 10 is not a very particularly challenging number for him. But let's see what happened, because he had a very, very, very difficult life. And he died in abject poverty. So I'm going to look at what he had. So 28 is when his life path is 28. That's the only life path he has. Can you give Indigo Jen the last 4 digits of my number? And so 28 is the trusting lamb. And it's fucked up. It's totally fucked up, because unfortunately he did trust people. He does trust people that he shouldn't have trusted. And so trusting lamb is a massively hard number. But what's fascinating, folks, listen up. What is 2 plus 8? It's 10. So when you look at his numbers, he's a 10-10. Did you hear me? He's a 10-10. Mind-blowing. So he's a 10-10. And if you guys are starseeds in the ascension path, many of you are seeing 11-11, you're seeing 10-10, you're seeing 12-12, you're seeing 4-4, you're seeing 4-1-4-1, you're seeing 1-4-4, you're seeing 4-4-1, you're seeing maybe even your birthday. You're seeing all kinds of numbers. Those are ascension numbers. So Nicholas Tesla was vibrating on the number 10, 10-10, the sun. Isn't that interesting? Now, what was he all about? Electricity, light, let there be light. You can't make this shit up. And so what's happening is that the trusting lamb, okay, so we look at it full on and we see 10-10 and we go, wow, he's doing great. No, he's not doing great, because the shadow number for him was 28. Trusting lamb, which means trusting people beyond his own downloads. He was not trusting himself. By the way, I had a download to do Nicholas Tesla today. I've never done his numerology, and I had no idea this is what I was going to find. Very much like whatchamacallit, Marie Antoinette yesterday. So Indigo Gem, let me go ahead and do you. Bear with me. Did you send me your date of birth? Did you send me? That's what I needed. If you want it to be private, I needed your date of birth, okay? If you could be so kind, Indigo Gem. I needed that. Is there any way you could, if you could be so kind, Indigo Gem. I needed that. Is there any way you could, the live is paused because it was my mistake. It was me. Okay, so Indigo Gem, can you look at your, or Indigo, hang on, I just realized you gave me your number. Hang on, let me give you my number. Bear with me, okay? Let me go back. I have to toggle. Bear with me. Okay, Indigo Gem, I'm going to text you right now, okay? It's from a 310 area code. Don't freak out, it's me. Okay? And I'm going to put, it's me, Tony. It's me, Tony, Sacred Intimacy. I need you to send me your info, my friend. So here it is. Please respond, okay? Send me all your info. Cool? All right? Yes, of course you can pay for yours. Baron, do you mind helping Sheila's? Sheila for you. Sheila for you. Make sure when you do that you go ahead and you send all your private information on the attachment to the Cash App. Do you have the... Let us know if you want Venmo. Venmo is TonyBarca.com. Do you mind writing that down? Tony Barca. It's actually Tony Barca 9. Excuse me, Tony Barca 9, which is for Venmo. And for Cash App, it's Sacred Intimacy Tarot. It's exactly what is here. Sacred Intimacy Tarot for Cash App. And let's go. Let's go. Let me wait for... So, Indigo Gem, did you get my text? I need you to respond to my my text. I just sent it to you. Okay? Did you respond to my text? I need your DOBs. Okay, perfect. Thank you. All right, so with Indigo Gem, let me get my pen because I'm going to do it on paper. I'm old-fashioned. Okay, so with you, right, we've got the number 30, okay? And 30 is 3. And there's 30 in Kabbalah numerology is the number of introspection. It's the hermit. And it's going within. And so, yes, I saw you, Spiritual Melody. I got you. You're next. What I need, go ahead and answer her questions. I'm going to do the reading. And Baron's going to answer your question. He's the moderator. You'll see him. He's going to answer your question on what to do. And you're next, Spiritual Melody. Okay, so 330 is the hermit. It's actually good energy. It's introspective energy. It's a quiet energy. It's one of wisdom and calm and pause. And 3 is the number that vibrates to the mind, body, and spirit. Okay? And just on the side note, I will be uploading this reading for all of you on my YouTube channel so you can actually screen record it for yourself. Okay? So what I want to tell you is that the day you were born is a day of magical introspection. You are the sage. You are the hermit. You are the one that goes into the caves and feels and connect. You need to connect with nature a lot more than you are. You're not connecting with nature. You need to walk barefoot. They're showing me downloads of you walking barefoot, taking out your shoes and socks. I don't care if it's moss and muddy, and you're walking through the mud. And you need it. You need it very badly because you are this very quiet, highly sensitive soul. Now let me do your life path. Okay, so bear with me. Okay, well I put that together for you, and I always do it twice just to make sure I don't screw up because you know these calculators, my friends. Let me see here. Okay, so you're 29. Okay, I'm going to do it again just to make sure, and I'm going to tell you in a minute what 29 means. But let me make sure I didn't mess up by 1 digit because that makes a massive difference. Bear with me. Okay, so bear with me one more second. Yeah, okay, so you're 29. Okay, 29, okay, is a tough number in some aspects. It's 11, and 11 is the muzzled line. What does the muzzled line mean? Well, the good news is you're aligned. The bad news is you're muzzled. So here again we go with this concept of starseeds who are so bereft in this world that they actually are afraid to turn on their light. It's a very heavy number. It's filled with... I'm just going to be blunt, okay? It's filled with some treachery. You've got to be careful. You've got to take care of your intuition like gold. You've got to protect your intuition like it's gold. Because if you decide to trust other people who have their own trauma and agendas and who are putting their vibrational fears upon you, it's going to throw you off course. In other words, to make it simple, it is best for you to listen to your instincts. So how do you develop heart coherence with this very heavy number? You have to meditate, my love, and you have to develop heart coherence through daily meditation. And so the best thing to do, I'm not really impressed with people say, I meditate 1 hour a day, once a week. Who gives a fuck? I'd rather hear you say, I meditate 5 minutes a day, every day. I don't miss a day, rain or shine. Okay, so when you do the heart coherence, good. Indigo Gem is saying, yes, I do meditate daily. Okay, now let me ask you this. Can you give her the information she needs on the... Okay. No, you answer her directly, if you don't mind. Thank you, love. Okay, so he's going to answer your question. So when you meditate, I want you to start practicing heart coherence. So here's how you do it. You're going to ask yourself a very simple question. You're going to ask a question of, can I trust Joe Blow? And you're going to sit, and you're going to feel your heart, which is a compass of truth. And you're going to know if it feels light, it means yes. If it feels neutral, more information needs to happen. If it feels heavy, if your heart drops, it means no. Is this job good for me? Same thing. It doesn't matter what the question is. If your heart is light, it means yes. If your heart is does that kind of answer your question? Nothing's coming through. I'm seeing that. I don't know what's going on, but here's my Venmo. I'm going to send it to you right now. It's Tony Barcat 9. Okay? There you go. All right. Any questions on that? Okay? Any questions on that, Indigo Gem? Okay, so 29 is a very heavy number. I'm not going to lie to you. But it doesn't have to be your life number. In other words, 2 plus 9 is 11. 11 is the muzzle lion. You are a lion. You are afraid to come out of your cave. Remember, hermit, going introspective. And you need to pull yourself out of this idea that you want to avoid conflict to make to be in peace or to find peace. You have to be an individual. You have to walk in your light. You cannot be afraid to be a lion, a lioness, okay? You have to you're going to lose friends. Straight up, you're going to lose friends. And who are these friends anyway? I do affirmations each morning for self-worth and security. That's wonderful, but you have to feel this self-worth. It's not words, because people can be massively depressed and keep affirming and affirming. It's the feeling. You have to hack into your feelings and go and literally hack out of depression into joy, into laughter. That's what is important. Okay, let me continue with her. Let me finish Indigo Gem. Let's go with your person. 8 is a very hard, straight up, it's a very, very hard karmic number. 8 is someone who did not want to pay their tab in multiple incarnations. They were having a great time. Maybe they weren't incarnating. They were incarnating on what we call heavenly planets. And finally, the guide systems for this person, for your twin, said, the guide said, look, listen, no pressure, but, you've been like partying a lot, and it's time for you to pay the piper. And the person says, okay, all right, I'll pay the bill. I'll come in and I'll pay my bill. So 8 is a very heavy karmic number, but the good news is it's the day this person was born. Okay, the day. However, what's beautiful, hang on for a quick second, I want to make sure I'm doing this correctly. I'm going to add all the numbers, bear with me. When I add all the numbers, if I'm correct, I'm going to do it, I've done it 3 times, so I'm doing one more time because this is a big deal. We're doing, yes, fantastic. Your person, your twin, is a 33. And 33 is fantastic. Why? Because, first of all, it comes out to 6. And 6 is connected to Venus, love, co-creation with the universe. It's very individualistic, it's original, it's creative, it's fantastic. It's a beautiful number. So even though he's got a couple tweaks in his karmic life path where he has to pay some bills, right? 8 is a karmic number. It's not a karmic reward number, it's a karmic pay your tab today. But they gave him 33, so he must have done some pretty awesome things while he was partying, I guess, in other incarnations. And they gave him get out of jail card. The other number, he's not only a 33, your twin, he's also a 15. And 15, okay, in Kabbalah numerology is the magician. Excuse me for coughing. It's the magician. And the magician is fantastic because it's what do you want? I want XYZ. Go manifest it. How do you manifest? You visualize it. How do you visualize? You feel it as if it's already happening. So this person was given a gift. So there's a couple bangs and bruises in this incarnation, but at the end of the day, if he can hack out of his own monkey mind, okay, he can kick ass. Now, let's add your numbers together, because that's what I do when I do twin flame readings. Indigo Jen, I hope you're here. So when I add your numbers, right, which I said you were a muzzle line, right? I said you're a muzzle line, 29, right? And your twin, okay, hang on, oh my God, this pen's out. Let me throw that out. Bear with me. And your twin, okay, is this beautiful energy of 6, okay? So when we add 11, right, this is how we're going to do it. 11 plus 6, right, it comes out to 17, okay? 17 in Kabbalah numerology is the star, the Magi. It's a beautiful, you'll always be remembered. There's a lot of peace. It's the 8-pointed star of Venus. Again, the star, the Magi. It's beautiful. There's magic. So together you create magic. However, when you add 1 plus 7, and there's the kicker. There's the kicker. What's 1 plus 7? It's freaking 8. It's 8. Holy shit. Oh shit. We've got karma to pay. We've avoided certain lessons we did not want to avoid. And so this energy of 8 is no joke. And it's something that you guys have work to do. However, the promise of 17, which is in tarot, is this beautiful energy of healing. It's wish upon a star. It's what do you want? It's Aquarius energy. It's beautiful. Star is beautiful. However, the shadows behind that healing is 8. And 8 is a mother. And you do not mess with that. You cannot run from it. You don't outrun a tsunami wave. You have to face it, transmute it, transcend it. And then that vibration will no longer be a problem for you. It will no longer stop you from thriving to the full extent of your capabilities, which should have no ceilings. Okay? So any questions on that, Indigo Jen? That was a very intense reading. Let me go ahead and look at, bear with me, okay? Because Spiritual Melody is next. Any questions, Indigo Jen? I want to make sure that if you have any questions, this is the time. Tell me if you have any questions whatsoever. Any questions? Okay, Spiritual Melody, I didn't get your numbers, and it's hard for me to go back to TikTok to look for those numbers. Hang on, let me see if I can find them, because it's not easy, or else my screen goes blank, okay, is the problem. It's very intense. He's really my TF. If he's really my TF, I don't know. You need to submit, if you're going to do your life path, it's $15. For your twin, it's $4, so it's $19 total. I need your date of birth and your person's date of birth, your twin. Spiritual Melody, are you there? Because I don't have your number, okay? I highly believe. No, I know, but there's a lot, okay? There's a lot that can go on. And where do we send the birthdays? You send it on the Venmo payment. Venmo or... Thank you, Spiritual Melody. Beautiful. Thank you. I appreciate your time. Thank you. Okay, hang on for a quick second, Spiritual Melody. So it's through Venmo, Tony Barca. Are you having problems sending the Tony Barca on the comment? No, I'm sending it. It's not coming up on the screen at all. Okay. I don't know. This is weird. It's not showing up on my screen. This is weird. Okay, so let me do Spiritual Melody, and then let me see if I can pin, before I start with you, let me do this, okay? Let me send Tony Barca. That's the Venmo, okay? Because it's not coming up at all. So I don't know what's happening. Okay, and I'm going to see if I can pin the comment, but I doubt it. I don't know why they're doing weird things like that, but pin this comment. Okay, and it won't pin. So let's move on. It's there. I don't know. Okay, so let's go ahead and do Spiritual Melody, okay? So let's go with 4. Okay, 4 is the number that I call, okay? I'm going to call it out. And that number is the volunteer number. Now, a lot of us did volunteer, but this is a number 4, which means you really didn't have to come here. Like, not at all, okay? And that's like what we're seeing right now. But let's keep going because I want to make sure that this is the entire truth. So we're going to look at the number more in depthly, like your whole life path. But 4 vibrates to the planet Uranus. And it's very much about originality, individuality, kicking down doors, not taking any bullshit. Being that you are a Taurus, it's actually the opposite of a Taurian energy that doesn't want to really make waves. They kind of like their comfort zone, but at the essence of who you are as an individual, it's a highly, highly powerful, individualistic, originator. You originate concepts, you originate ideas. And if you're not yet doing it, it's because you're not trusting what is coming as valid enough. If you're doing that, I want to get all my ducks in a row before I pull out my charms, I pull out my gifts, my whatever, right? Because you think you're not ready, fully ready as a spiritualist, then it's because you're saying that, and instead of just going and unraveling your magic for the world to see to its full originality, okay? To its full originality. Let's look at your number. You're a 31, girl. You're a fuck, you can't make this shit up. This is amazing. You're a 4-4, okay? And 4-4 is 8, okay, if we add it together, okay? But really, you actually fucking volunteered, Spiritual Melody. When everyone, I love this. This is so amazing. When souls were asked, okay, listen, it's the ascension, it's going to be a shit show, I don't know, you may not make it out, it's going to be tough, and so who wants to volunteer? Pretty much, I'd say 75% of the souls step back and you step forward, okay? That's you. Obeisances to you, my friend. I honor you because you really came in to volunteer. Thank you, my love. I'm going to look at it. So you're a volunteer, no doubt about it, okay? So I'm going to see if there's any shadows in your number just for the hell of it because this is what I do. Hang on for a quick second. You're 22. 22 would be the only shadow, okay? And what does that mean by shadow? It means be careful. 22 is what Marie Antoinette had as her life path, if you guys remember from last night. 22 is fuckery in every corner. Be very careful, my love. There will be jealousies. There will be people who smile in your face and stab you in the back. Be alert. Trust your spirit guiding system. I know you do, but what the hell, we're here. Let me just tell you, trust your spiritual guiding system because honestly, we don't want any more suffering for you. There's no need for it. You came in, you're volunteering, and you're here to do some massive work for the collective and for this particular lineage and other lineages. When I add 4, which is the day you were born, and your twins, 5, that's 9. That's God's perfect master number. Beautiful vibration of energy. Let me see, 22 and 31. So now let's go right to your person. 5 is magnetic communication. It vibrates to the planet Mercury. It's the gift of gab. And it's funny too, because not everyone who has that number is a good orator, is a good spoken word person. You know what I mean? Some people are massively shy, and because they're stuck in their throat chakra, they're fearful because of past lives where they spoke out against injustice and were burned at the stakes or were put on the rack. And so, but when a person's born with 5, they're supposed to become an incredible communicator with themselves, with the people they love, and with the public. This is not a person that should be silent. And yet it's not unusual for a person to be born with this vibrational number, right? And is silent, does not speak their truth and the truth because of the past trauma from, whatever happened to them in past lives. And guess what? Here we have 28. When I add all the numbers, melody, spiritual melody, 28 is 10. Okay. All right. And what is 10? 10 is the wheel of fortune. 28 is the trusting lamb, not trusting himself, trusting other people. Okay? And hopefully it's not pausing anymore. I hope it's good. Okay, so 10 is the wheel of fortune, which is constantly turning. It goes up, it goes down. Good luck, not good, not so good luck. Good luck, not so good luck. It's the ebb and flow of life. It turns into the sun, which is 1. And guess what? When we add spiritual melody, your number, which is 4, to the number 1, which is your twins, it's 5. Magnetic communication with the public. When you add the day you were born with, which is 4 and 5, that is 9. It's a powerhouse. By the way, Indigo Jen, let me go back to you. When we add 3 to 8, 3 to 8, which is you and your twin, right? Let's just say 3 to 8 is what? It's fucking 11. It's the muzzle line. You can't make this up. So just because it's a twin flame doesn't mean that it's a walk in the park. You see what I'm saying? It does not mean it's a walk in the park. It is very complex. There's a lot of karmic ties, things that need to be healed, things that need to be addressed, right? I believe the next person is, I'm going to say, hang on, let me, because I want to respect your privacy, guys. Let me look at this. I'm scrolling back up. Gomez. Okay. So you're next. Okay. Whoever's next after, let me know so I don't miss your turn, please. I don't want to go ahead of someone. But Gomez, you're next. Okay. So here you are. You are your number, the vibration of your number is 2. 2 is the moon. And it's interesting too, because 2 in Kabbalah numerology is the moon, which is like, you don't see by the light of the moon. It's confusing. There's secrets and so forth. In tarot, 2 is the high priestess. So the high priestess is happening is happening. Okay, so the high priestess and confusion of your powers. So 2 is a choice for you, my love. You're either going to be confused, which is the moon, energy, or you're going to be in your high priestess energy. Believe it or not, that's your choice, and you're going to have to choose. Because if you don't, you're going to just remain confused. So you're going to have to be proactive in what you want to experience. Okay, so I'm going to go right into, hang on for a quick second. I'm going to write this down. Bear with me, okay, because I'm writing your twins' information down real quick. Let me move out of that screen and let me go right into the calculator here. And let's do your life path, okay? Let's do it all. Any questions on the 2 and what it means for you? Any questions on that? Okay, cool. All right, let's go right into what you're all about here. So I'm adding your month, the day you were born, and the year you were born, okay? I'm adding it here. And then let's see what's happening here. Okay, so you're 31. It's funny how you guys just walk into my lives like that and you blow my mind. Let me do it again just to make sure, because if you're 31, you're also a volunteer. You didn't have to come here. So don't be pissed and say I don't ever want to come back here. Don't do that, because you actually wanted to come here, believe it or not. And I thank you for your service, because you guys are warriors, let me tell you. Yep, you're a 31, girl. 31 is 4. We talked about that, but let me go back into 31 so you can understand 31. It's the recluse. It's the hermit. It's going within. You've got to connect with nature. You cannot bypass nature. You cannot. You really, okay? You cannot. And yes, I know I'm a life path forward. Well, yeah, but that's the life path of a volunteer. There's multiple ways of volunteers. Some of us, like, for example, me, I volunteered, but there was still a lot of unfinished business. When I see number 4, you guys are like the Little Mermaid. There was no karma. There was no unfinished business. You came in. You're not walking on water, okay? I'm not kissing you guys' butt, okay? I'm not doing that. It's not healthy for anyone. But what I will say is that you guys didn't have to fucking do it at all. And here you are. And so that means that there's a mission, and if you're not on some kind of unraveling of an awakening of yourself. You're not working with healers. If you're not exploring and deep diving into your powers, then the amnesia really is, you need to start tearing down the veils with your bare hands, because you definitely did not volunteer to just, go to In-N-Out Burger and go, punch the clock on a 9 to 5. And that's not why you were here. Did you need to do that to learn how it was to have the human experience? Yes. Does this need to continue? Probably not. Probably not. Okay. So let me now look at the energy without the 31. Okay. So let's look at, bear with me. Let me do it again. Okay. Bear with me. Let me see what's your other number. You'd think I'd remember this by heart by now, but I'm always, and you're 22 as well. And 22 is caution. You're going to make people uncomfortable, my love. People are going to be afraid of your power. And you may not be powerful like badass like Kali Ma or Xena Warrior Princess. Your power could be that you're Kuan Yin, which is a very soft, beautiful high priestess, sweet, unassuming, lovely, but no less powerful in her alluring qualities, right? The softer aspects, Shakti energy, okay? Now, any questions on that? So you're definitely, you're 2, the high priestess to the moon. You are a 4, 31, hermit, 22. Be cautious. People are going to be triggered by your power as you come out of your shell. And that's okay. Whatever. You can't be for everyone. You're not here for everyone. All right, now let's go to your twin, 7. Okay, 7 is Neptune. Neptune is this incredible energy of emotions, of intuitions, of magic. When you add 2 to the 7, the day you're born, 2, the day he's born, 7, that's 9. Once again, we get the 9. You guys are amazing. You guys could co-create with the universe magic. It's phenomenal here. But are you? And it's crazy. I believe my name is as well, 1122. That's pretty cool, actually. All right, so let me keep going. Let me get the calculator for him. Let's see what's going on. Okay, 7 plus, and then let me keep going. Bear with me. And let's do it. All right, if I'm correct, he's a 39. Okay, I'm going to do it again. And so you're clear. You didn't come in with any karma, any bullshit. You don't owe anybody any money, any debts, any karmic debts, and nothing. Okay, you're fine. But let's see what's the story with him. I did it twice. Yeah, he's a 39, and 39 is 12, and 12 is the sacrifice and the victim. Okay, the sacrifice and the victim, and what that means is that he might be at points overly kind and not cautious, and he needs to be careful. He needs to prepare. He needs to think 10 steps ahead. Some of us can leap into space and always land on our feet, not feet. And some of us need to prepare. And there's a switch in roles, being the student and the teacher and the student, again and again. And it's him learning how to lead and how to follow. And that's going to be a challenge for him. However, 12 turns into what? 3. And 3 is the balance between the mind, the body, and the ego. Okay? And 3 vibrates to the planet. Let me give that to you. Jupiter. And Jupiter he's curious. He's smart. Optimistic. However, if he has turned into cynical views, he's going against his nature, her nature, whatever, And it's a powerful number because, again, it's the balance between the spirit, the mind, and the body. And if he's not actively living that reality, then he's going against what he came here to do, okay? When you do it again without the 9 in his year, the year he was born, again, I'm trying to be private here, so I'm not, but the 9, I've removed the 9 just like I did with you. That's why we got the 2 life path shadows. We got By the way, I didn't mean to say shadows, but you know, the two life paths with which actually have no shadows. With him, it comes out to 30. Okay, and 30 it's not an easy number. It's not particularly difficult, but it's not easy. It's loner. It's a meditative state. He needs to spend caveman time. He needs to be alone. He needs to spend time alone. He has to, or else he's not going to be well. He's not going to do well. And so what I would say to you is that when he needs silence, don't chase him. Don't be banging on the door for him. He needs to feel grounded. He needs to express his emotions privately and in a meditative way. So this is somebody who could actually really do really, really well with meditations, with chanting mantras and so forth, with connecting with nature. A lot. When we add 4, which is your life path, with his number, which is 3, it's 7, Neptune. It's very emotional. It's very beautiful. There's no problem because 7 is the 7 wonders of the world. 7 is the journey. It's fantastic. It's beautiful, right? And so this connection that you have with this person, which is interesting, this person's life path, your life path together, 4 plus 3, is the day he was born, right? We know this. But you see how there's nothing, in other words, you influence him. He doesn't influence you, if that makes sense. Okay? Any questions on that? Okay, so the next person is here. You know who you are. I'm not going to say your name. Thank you for sending. So you were born on the 27th. You know who you are. Just raise your hand so I'm sure you're there. Just somehow just give me a heart emoji or whatever. 27 is the scepter. Perfect. Thank you. 27 is the scepter, and the scepter is magic. The scepter is amazing karma. The scepter means I am spiritually advanced. I am spiritually aware. I wake up every day. I'm awakened and awakened and awakened. 27 doesn't give you money, material wealth, but the irony is that your vibration is good. It's so good that money will come to you like a well-trained puppy. If this is not happening for you, it could be that you were born in a very strong lineage of lack, and that you are trying to break through out of it, and that you have forgotten the magic you were born with, the coordinates that you were given when you were born. 27 is 9, God's perfect master number, and God, the number 9 is a co-creating number with the universe. So if you put your intention, okay, during meditation, visualization, using sex magic, whatever, right, to co-create with the universe what you want to experience, you're not going to have a lot of trouble. It may happen within a week, okay, or within a month, but it will not take you years and years and years and years and years, like it is for some people, actually. All right, let's add your numbers. You're 29, and therein lies the issue. You're 29, and 29 is grace under pressure. It's a number that is pretty heavy, and so they gave you 27 to soften the blow, but then apparently there's some stuff that you need to work out. Okay, and 29. Actually, let me back up on that. I'm not getting the download that for you 29 was given to you for the same reason as it's given to other people. You did nothing wrong, is what I'm being told to say. What happened is that you're afraid, and you have been afraid in multiple incarnation, okay, of your voice, of your ability to move people. And so they have given you a sign, 29, grace under pressure, heavy karmic number. We know that, all that, yeah. But what it is that you're an 11. And 11 is the muzzle line, which honestly is 2. And 2 is the moon. Confusion. How do I get there? I want to be here, but I'm still fucking here, but I want to get over there. How do I get there? Trust the universe. Surrender to the universe. The moon is your ally. If you use the moon in the right way, meaning you speak to the moon and say, I do not see clearly. The night sky blinds me. I'm afraid of the dark. I'm afraid of being in the dark, but I will walk anyway because I trust you. And so you now come into your energy of lioness energy, which now is the 11, unmuzzled by trust of the moon, which is 2. My left ear just rang. That's awesome. 11, no, I don't know why people keep saying it's a master number. 11 and 22 are not master numbers. They're challenging numbers, okay? The master number is 9. I just kind of, I'm not really showing you how to do it, but trust me, it is. Now we're going to look at your shadows. And the shadow, when we take out the 9 in the year you were born and we add it up, it's 20. 20 in tarot is judgment, something dead coming back to life. Now, if you look at the tarot card judgment, you've got people in caskets coming out of them. It's almost like people who have come back to life, right? It means a lot of things in tarot, but ultimately, what it means for you in terms of coming out of yourself is a massive fucking awakening. And the truth is, for you, awakening is going to come out again and again and again. You're going to have massive awakenings. You might have many dark night of the souls. I'm being straight up with you. Not fun shit, my friend. I know that. But in that, you will be like a samurai sword wrought into the fire, beaten on the anvil of life and pushed back into the fire and coming out. Samurai swords are, I think, bent and hammered 100 times or something like that, which makes them the strongest swords on the planet. And that's why they were so respected and revered and cherished by any warriors that actually had a sword. So think of yourself as a samurai sword. The awakening is intense. It could be painful and lonely, but at the end of the day, again, the vibration of 2. By the way, 2, I forgot to say, did I tell you this? But let me say it to you. 2 is the high priestess in tarot. Okay? And the high priestess frightens people because she knows shit. That she has what I call the unspoken knowing. She gets downloads and she knows. She knows when you're lying. She knows when this is the right move. She knows, and she's divinely guided, and she trusts. With no condition, she trusts the universe. No conditions. And so whatever the universe tells her to do or guides her to it or corrals her or escorts her to, she goes. So I'm going to give you an example of what that looks like. Suddenly you're getting downloads of Portugal. And you're like, Portugal? What the hell? Why? I don't even speak Portuguese. But boom, if you are in a high priestess energy, if you trust the universe without question, you're going to save up money. You're going to get a ticket. And you're going to Portugal for a month. You're going to Airbnb it. You're going to hang out. You're going to meet people because you have divine appointments. That's the kind of trust we're talking about. That's the kind of downloads you need to look at. Let me see what else. Let me continue with your person. So 11, 27 is a magic number. Your challenges are 11, 29, and 20. 2 is the magic. High priestess and the moon. Okay, let's continue. Let's go right into your person. So this person is 30, which is 3, right? And okay, let me look at their year. Just bear with me while I figure the numbers. So 30 is, again, the loner and the introspective meditation. This is a lone wolf, a perpetual lone wolf, and the power of that number again is 3, and 3 is this beautiful energy of again, the balance of the mind, right? The mind, spirit, and body, and it embodies Jupiter. And again, the fascinating concept about people who have the vibration of Jupiter is that they actually can really wrap their head around some pretty esoteric ideas or science or mathematics or they're crazy about ancient history or whatever, right? Or philosophy, right? They study. And from that, if they allow themselves, they can originate new ideas. A great example, not in numerology, but in the energy of that Jupiter idea. One of my favorite archaeologists, who is a spiritual archaeologist, is Freddie Silva. Freddie with a Y, Silva, Silva. Fucking amazing, this guy. And so it's this idea of taking what everyone else has seen for hundreds of years, he's like incredible, right? He's done books on crop circles and the Knights Templars, and he has distilled things that everyone saw, and he saw things no one saw. And he's written his own books on it. So your person has that kind of capability if they allow themselves. But again, in the human experience, people are always like, well, I got to get my ducks in a row. Well, I'm not really educated. Well, I don't know. You don't know what? You don't know that you have the capability, that you're a million-year-old soul, that you can do this? And the answer is yes. Now, this is going to blow your mind. It's blowing mine. So let me make sure before I tell you, because this is going to make... Please sit down, because I'm about to tell you something. I hope you're sitting down. Bear with me for a second. But this is some of the shit I see that makes me go, yep, that's it. All right, girl. He's a 29. He's a 29. What is 29? It's 11. What is your number? 11. 11, 11, my friend. So right here we have 11, 11, right? And what is 11, 11? It's the Four of Wands. It's the 4, right? It's 4. There's something about you guys muzzling each other. What the fuck? Why are you guys doing that? I don't understand. But apparently there's something about you coming in with absolute amnesia as to who you really are and volunteering under the umbrella of this illusion of muzzled lions. See, I don't give a shit about two really right now, because my question to you is, are you fucking high priests and priestesses, or are you walking like muzzled lions? And the thing is, you're lions, and you're here to do some things. There's more that I would have to do on twin flames, because not all twin flames has the 1111 markers, but it sure in the hell is an indicator. Yeah, it sure is. However, there's a lot of shit here that they're both struggling under, because 29 is a bitch. It's a heavy karmic number. So I'll give you an example. You know a perfect story for twin flames gone wrong? Othello. Othello is a perfect story, because Othello is a story of a man, a Moorish prince, who falls in love with Desdemona, and Iago, who is an Italian Venetian, whatever, I forgot what the exact, is jealous of their love for each other. And he pushes Othello by manipulating him to unaliven, I hate that word unaliven, but anyway, to unaliven Desdemona. And to his horror, he realized once he's done the deed that she was true to him. So that fuckery would be the vibration that you might be looking at with 29. Because 29 is like, damn, man, it's like Romeo and Juliet, except too many people involved in your relationship. And you may have allowed these people to be involved in your relationship again and again and again. So instead of coming in as 9 badasses, like 9, vibration 9, for example, or I've had clients where it was like literally 639, 369, 369. I swear to God, all the numbers were like around 369, which is fantastic. But when I see these numbers of 29, it's like, what the hell? So you're both 29. Okay, when I add 4 plus, when I add your numbers, which is a 9, in your case 27, right, which is 9 plus 3, it comes out to, what the hell's wrong with my brain today? Bloody hell. What the hell's wrong with it's 12, the sacrifice and the victim. Yeah, see, you got some stuff, you guys need to, thank you, you guys need to go to, why wouldn't 29 go down to 11 to 2? Because 1 plus 1 is 2. And when you remove the 9, it's 20, which is 2. Okay? That's why. Just to make sure you understand. Sounds like us. We're in separation. He's terrified of what we have. He's triggered by awakenings. See, yeah. See, okay, so that's the problem. So if you're seeing 1111 for you, 1111 is literally your numbers. It's personally your numbers. For some of us, it's an angelic number to wake us up. It has nothing to do with us. So when I do readings for clients to determine if they're in a twin flame journey, I want to know, for example, like what's going on with, you know what I mean? Like, for example, I want to see what numbers. I'm not going to tell you here because I don't want to feed you what I do. Only because if you happen to do a reading with me, I don't want you to feed it to me. I don't want you to feed me what I'm looking for. Just on the side note, I'm not trying to be duplicitous or whatever. I just know that it's best if I leave that on the side. But let me just say that in your case, 1111 says a lot. But 1111 is in tarot the Four of Wands. And the Four of Wands is marriage, commitment, celebration, It's all these beautiful things. Any questions on that so far? Isn't that cool? So just again, I will be uploading this to my YouTube channel, so you guys can actually listen to it. I'm so glad we formulated these new ways of doing this, because honestly, I bloody love doing this. Does anybody have any questions, or does anybody want to do a reading on your numbers? Has anybody asked? Because I've been looking up and doing my thing and not looking down. Anybody else wants to do their reading? So the reading is very cool. This is fascinating. Can I send payment and message you when she's ready? Yeah. Is there somebody else that you're doing this for? Sure. But usually, can my TikTok name be hidden on YouTube? Oh yeah, no, you won't see your TikTok name at all. Not at all. I love that shit. Don't even worry about it. Your name doesn't come up. The only time is when I mention it verbally. It'll be up there, just so you know. But it's like, I don't think your person is going to come across my page, because let me put it that way. It looks just like this screen, but all the little, like your name and your comments are not seen. The only thing this person is going to, if they ever come across my page, which is, listen, trust me, if this person comes across my page, it's a fucking act of God. Okay, let me just say that. Okay, but you don't have to worry about anything. Like, I wouldn't worry about it, because if he actually comes across my page, girl, he's supposed to. Just trust the process. But no, your name's not in there. Okay, they don't show at all. Don't even worry. Just go to my TikTok page. I mean, my YouTube page. You'll see. Go on my profile page and you'll see. Anybody else want to do a reading? Anybody else? If not, I can do another famous person so you guys can see. Let me see. Yeah. It's good. It's funny because I have you guys on the screen as well. So I'm seeing on the phone and on the screen. Lol, I hear you. So any questions on that? Does anybody want their numbers done? God, this is going fast. If you want to do Venmo, I'm going to go ahead and respond. It's Tony Barca. Did anybody pay on Cash App, or did I do everybody? My Cash App is, well, you guys know, right? Sacred Intimacy Tarot. So it's really simple. Intimacy Tarot. I didn't realize that this was another type of thing. TikTok.com. Okay. So any questions, by the way? Any questions? Can you recap mine real quick? No, but I mean, you're going to... Honestly, I don't even remember where you are, to be honest. Let me see. But it's going to be uploaded, so you'll have it. You'll be uploaded. Yeah, 11... You're 11, right? You're 11, so it's the muzzle line. 20 is 2, the high priestess. The high priestess to the moon. 2 is the high priestess to the moon. When we add 3 plus 8, okay, that's 11. So again, the reverberation okay, let me back up. You're born on the 30th, right, of the month, right? So that's 3. 3 plus 8, which is your person, comes out to 11. So you've got some 11s here, which is not good. Muzzled lion. What does a muzzle mean? Muzzled means that there is a muzzle on a lion. So that means that they can't walk their talk. They can't do X, Y, and Z. It's very difficult for them to be true to themselves. It's in other words, I gave this is for someone else. I got you. Okay, so I'm just going to say the last name. Actually, no, the person was born on the 21st, correct? Right? If it's you, just say yes. If it's you, just say yes. But she's not ready. Okay, let me know when she's ready. Okay, gotcha. Thank you. I've got it. All right. I know why. So no voice. No, I'm going to give you an example of muzzle line. No, it's not that. It doesn't mean no voice. Let me explain. Because I have to. Because my twin is a muzzle line. Muzzle line means you are a biker in Hell's Angels, and you're a badass, and you're 6'4", and everyone loves you. You could have any chick you want, and you're loved, and and people admire you and you're badass, you're an alpha male, but it's not your reality. You fucking hate that life. You know what you want to do? You want to go to Paris and learn how to paint. You want to meditate. You want to learn how to stand on your head. I'm not joking. You want to learn other languages. You want to write poetry. But you grew up in a Hells Angels family, and everyone expects you to be that. You're brash, you're bold, you're loud, right? That's also an example of a muzzle lion. It doesn't mean you're soft, you're shy, you're unassuming, you're a wallflower. Sometimes it means that you're a badass, but you're not living your truth. You're just not. Does that make sense? Does that explain it? Because I don't want you guys to think, well, wait, hang on. I'm really, I'm vocal and I'm out there and I'm this and I'm that. And does that make sense? Okay, so it doesn't always mean, oh, a little monk or a little nun. It doesn't mean that. It means not speaking and living your true, authentic truth because other people expect you to be the badass Hell's Angel that you are. Okay, and that in itself is a trap. It's a trap. Another example is a person who is, I'm going to be straight up with you, who's bisexual, and they're in the closet. They haven't told, oh, they're playing the straight game. Oh, I'm straight, and I'm straight. No, you're not straight, dude, because you're suffering, and there's nothing wrong with being bisexual, but they're not coming out of the closet. That's a muzzle line. A muzzle line is somebody who is from another religion, who doesn't want to be in that religion anymore. They'd rather be in another religion, or they'd rather or be atheist, That's a muzzle line. So hopefully I've explained it correctly so you can understand it. Okay? He is so spiritual but operates from his ego and not his beautiful soul. Yeah, and you cannot fall in love with their potential, my friend. That is very, very, very painful to fall in love with the potential. You can fall in love with their soul. Fall in love with your twin flame's soul, not their potential. Because you will be waiting for their potential to come to truth. If you fall in love with your soul, no expectation, no disappointment. You know how they are. They're never going to change. There's no expectation. You love their soul. You know who they really are. That's a better path than to wait for them to become what you know they could become. That's where pain comes into play. Okay? Okay. Let me know when I can do the reading for the person born on the 21st of the month. Okay? Any other questions? Hey, Cosmic Canary, it's good to see you. Any other questions? Any other, does anybody want to do a reading on their life path? Anybody want to do a reading on their life path? Let me see. Because I am really loving doing this for you guys. Love, 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 love doing this for you. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So, any questions? Any questions? Woohoo! Okay, let's see. No, it's not that it's not so good. Why is it not so good? Because you have stuff that you need to come out of your own cage, of your own limitations. The muzzle lion is asking you to do better, to speak your truth, to walk your path, to kick butt. And that's it. Okay? So it's not that it's not so good, because I know for a fact, well, I'll give you an example of me, okay? We'll use me as an example. I was born on the 18th of the month, okay? 18 is spiritual material conflict. However, it's 9. So for the longest part of my life, I had to keep fighting the spiritual material conflict of my daily decisions in a life I felt was mundane, okay? And then once I went out of the cage of the 18 vibration of spiritual material conflict and went and stepped into my light as 9, the vibration of God's number, which is co-creation with the universe, the 18 fell away. So for you, 11 is the muzzle line, which can now turn into 2. 2 is the moon, confusion, unknown, the unknown future. 2 is the high priestess. The high priestess walks with, they just showed this to me. The high priestess walks with confidence blindfolded. That what it means is she doesn't need to see to know she's on the path. She's on the path because she trusts the universe. So it's up to you what you want to do with that number. It's up to you. You have free will. I love hearing all about us muzzled. I hear you. So, yeah, thank you. So I got that. I'm actually living that as of now. Perfect. Okay, so my friend is in. Perfect, perfect. Okay, so now we're going to go right into, hang on, let me go back to Cash App and get the information. Bear with me. Blah. Let me see. Hang on. Okay, bear with me. Let me scroll down. Okay, this is for the person who was born on the 21st of the month. And then the other person that's attached to them, it was born on the 15th of the month. I'm saying that out loud so you guys know we're on the same page, right? Am I correct? Okay, perfect. Okay, so 21 is the, it's interesting, 21. Actually, it's a very beautiful number. It's a number of magic. I'm going to tell you the number that was very important to me for my son to be born. I wanted him to be born on the 19th, the 21st, the 23rd, or the 24th. Thank God he was born on the 24th of the day. So 21 is the crown of the Magi. It is the universe. It is all that you should be. It is ask and you shall receive. It is beautiful. It turns into 3, which is Jupiter. It is the planet Jupiter. It's idealism. It's origination. It's all of that. And it's weird to me, you know, like I love when people say, you know, I'm 100% Irish. I'm 100% this and I'm 100% that. And it's like, great. Yeah. In this incarnation, that's correct. But when you look in the mirror, you are multiple things, genders, beings, other planets. So when I say things to you guys about the power that some of you have, right? You might look at me like, or look in the mirror and go, what the hell is she talking about? But see, this is your limited view of yourself. And this is something that you need to literally hack out of. You got to literally brainwash yourself out of this limited view of who you are in the world. So bear with me, okay? I'm going to add everything up. So 3 is Jupiter. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful energy. Hang on for a quick second. So, and I'm going to add the year with the 9 in the year, right? You know where I'm at with that, right? I hope you know what the hell I'm talking about. And guess what? She is a double 3. What does that mean? 21 is 3, right? And then the year, when you add the year, it is a 30, which is you can't make this shit up. It's 3 again. So if you added, I know this sounds nonsensical, trust me, I've been divinely guided to do this for years. When we add the day she was born to her life path, it's actually a 6, which is love, which is Venus. But the point is, she's a double 3. That's my point. And 30 is the meditation. It's the loner. It's the lone wolf. It's the one that goes into the cave. It's the one who meditates. It's the one that wants to know deeper understandings, who feels different from others. And there is a sense of, if you're not careful, you can become a bitter loner. You can become bitter, okay? Be careful with that, because that's not the goal, okay? So you're a double 3, no doubt, which is fantastic. Your person is a 15, okay? And 15 is the magician. In Kabbalah numerology, 15 is the magician. It's co-creating with the universe. It turns into 6. 1 plus 5 is 6. 6 is Venus, the planet Venus. Again, we're getting all of these numbers here that are so beautiful. That are so about co-creation with the universe and loving the universe, right? We're getting a lot of 9s with your person. So I'm going to go ahead and add all of their information. Hang on for a quick second. Let me calculate that. And you know I do it twice to make sure I'm not screwing up, because 1 digit off and the whole thing collapses. But let me add everything. And guess what? He's a 33. You can't make this shit up. So when you look here, listen to me. You're born on 21, which is 3. Your life path is 30, which is 3. Which is 3. When I add, if I did it correctly, he's a 33. You can't make this shit up. It's insane. It's insane. You're the first one I've had on this live that, if I'm correct, let me do it one more time because I'm so blown away right now. I just got to make sure, man. I can't. Hang on. Before I deliver the message, let me check this out. This is insane. And remember, I'm going to upload this video on YouTube. Okay, so you can watch it again at your leisure and record it. Yeah, he's a 3-3. You can't make this shit up. So he's a 6. So you guys are 3-6-9. Why? Because when I add 3, the day you were born, 21, which is 3, plus the 15, which is 1 plus 5 is 6. That's 9. 9 is God's perfect master number. You're a 3-3, right? He's a 33, which is a 6. I'm looking at it. It's 3-6-9. Does that make sense? So let's take out the 9s in his birth chart. Hang on. In his life path number. Hang on, okay? Let's do that real quick. And he's a 15. He's a magician. Again, so he's a double. Wow, this is wild. So remember, he's a 15. He was born on the 15th. When we add his numbers without the 9s in the year he was born, he's a 15. So he's a double 15, just like you're a double 3. He's a double 15, which is a 6. It's amazing. When we add 6 plus 3, you're a double 9. So let me, because I know I get excited. Let me slow down. 21 is 3. 15 is 6. 6 plus 3 is 9. Now, the life path. You're a 3. He's a 6. 3 plus 6 is 9. You guys are double 9s. You're all double numbers. Yeah. 3388. That's interesting. You'll have to add that. So this is a mind-blowing 369. And if you've never known what 369 is, 369 is a powerful number, which is interesting that I did Nicholas Tesla before you came on, which was Nicholas Tesla's master numbers, 3, 6, 9. And this is also used to co-create and to manifest. So if I were you, I would become masters at the concept of manifesting with your power numbers, which are essentially 3, 6, 9. And your double 9s, right? And when I add those double 9s, that's 18, which is spiritual material conflict. Here we go again with that BS, but okay, let's move on. And then you need to graduate to a vibration of 9, which is co-creation with the universe. It's incredible. This is a hell of a, I don't know who you are, friend, but congratulations. This is a kick-ass reading. It's a kick-ass reading. Very, very important. If you're not living this reality, okay, if you're literally struggling for money, if you're struggling in your life, if you're unhappy, okay, in your case, it is your monkey mind that has brought you to this situation. It's your monkey mind. It's your lack of self-worth. It's your lack of self-belief. You're literally looking at yourself in the mirror thinking that's all you are, that's all you'll ever be, that's all you ever have been. And you need to become transcendental. And you need to chant mantras in Sanskrit. And you need to work on your chakras every day. And for those of you who are 11s, you are fucking lions. And you're in a bird's cage. And that means that you need to hack out of this bird cage. And the bird cage is your 3D brain. 3D brain. And so you need to do the same. The energies that I'm asking you to manifest within yourself through daily spiritual practices are your only way to either harness the power of the numbers you were given as gifts, Leslie, or Indigo Jen and all of you that I've just done, or you guys who are 11s, you need to do it to hack out of it and to become transcendental to those numbers so they no longer own you, but you own them. You own them. In other words, you've mastered the numbers. You broke out of jail. Broke out of 3D jail. Does that make sense? Any questions on that? Isn't it exciting? Don't you love this shit? I love this stuff. This is like, you know, do what you love and you will never feel like you need to retire. It'll never feel like a job. I'm telling you, I love doing this stuff. Does anybody want a reading? Anybody else want a reading? You chant mantras. Beautiful. Very good. Very, very good. I've always told her they have good numbers as a couple. Yes, you do. And if you guys are stumbling in life, and more so than not, then the stumblings are your own monkey minds. Life happens to everyone, okay? You're not going to, none of us are walking on water. It's my favorite line because it's the actually honest to God's truth. You can be given multiple fantastic gifts, right? In an incarnation. And yet life still happens because other people don't have fortunate numbers. Other people who you love are going to suffer. And if you're a lovely person, then their suffering will become your suffering. Or their decisions may impact you. Like a mother who loves her son, who starts dealing drugs and gets arrested and goes to jail. Her numbers are fabulous, but not her son's. And so now his karmic path, life path, becomes hers. Does that make sense? 11 as a couple is the way you change the 11 to the muzzle line is you change it to the vibration of the 4 of wands. Okay? 11, 11. And it is also the name of the volunteer. You need to listen to my reading on your 11, 11. So, because I explained to you that is in the shadows of 1111 lies the nucleus of your intentions, which was to volunteer. But that you were given things to overcome because, there were things that you never really, how do I put this? You never really cleared. It wasn't because you screwed up, because you were evil, or you did bad things to people, or you used power. It was because you guys never trusted each other, or the feelings that you had for each other. You trusted other people. So the 1111 was put into place to muzzle you, to hack out of it, to vibrate, to change the frequency from the muzzle line to the 4 wands. Does that make sense? So just listen to all of these again, okay? Just listen to my thing, because you're making me repeat. No offense. and I want you to listen to it. It's going to be recorded. I mean, it is recorded. It's recording as we're speaking. And I promise you, because I think it's very necessary for you guys to listen to this again and again and again. Think of this as it's your own personal reading, my friends. And from listening to the other people who have similar numbers, it's going to help you really understand, because look, I understand it's numbers and it's really difficult to kind of like really understand it. But once you listen to it again and again, you will. We all have karma. Okay, all of us have karma. All of us have karma. For many of the volunteers that came in, they had to take on karma. They're showing me hot air balloons. Like hot air balloons have to be tethered, right? They're tethered by weights to keep them down, or else they float away, right? So yeah, so karma, when you take on karma, think of the Little Mermaid, right? What happened to the Little Mermaid? The real, not the Disney version, which is wow. But anyway, the real version. The real version is the Little Mermaid saves the sailor. He's a prince. She falls in love. She's like, damn, I don't have legs, like I really need to, I want to love him. And so she goes to the witch and gives up her voice, her singing voice, her ability to communicate orally for legs. She comes onto the land. She has legs. She's mute. He can't hear her. She can't express how she feels about him verbally, but she tries with her eyes, but he doesn't. He's not that, bright. And finally he marries a princess, and they're on the ship, and she's one of the servant girls or whatever. And she's got a knife in her hand, and she's about to unaliven the prince and his wife, his new, and she's like so horrified that she would be so angry, so jealous, so hurt, that she goes to the side of the ship, and she hears her sisters calling to her, and she jumps overboard to the ship and becomes part of the ocean of the consciousness. It's very Buddhist to be part of the ocean of consciousness. So she sacrificed herself, right, for the prince. She chose not to, she transformed her anger and realized that she needed to deliver herself and go back to a higher level of frequency, right? She needed to she could no longer be part of this dense energy of human life. It was too hard for her. And so she was called home, if you will. So when you take karma, when you have people who are straight up volunteers, right? Like the person who was a double 4. Straight up volunteers are people who honestly didn't have to come here at all. Not at all. But they did it to help a lineage heal. They did it for other souls that needed their help to come to a place of healing and understanding. They did it for everyone else but themselves. They did not have to come here. In the 1111 shadows of that is the fact that you guys did not trust each other or your love for each other in probably multiple incarnations, not just on this planet, but other planets. And finally they said, you know what? You're going to have to hack out of this. You're going to have to brainwash yourself out of this feeling that you can't trust the love you have for each other and what is real. And you're going to have to we're going to give you some challenges. And if you hack out of it, 1111, the muzzle line, 11 on its own is the muzzle line. But together, you guys can hack out of it and turn it into 4, or the 4 of Wands. Or you can turn it into 4 of Cups, which 4 of Cups is refusing an opportunity. 4 of Pentacles is mildly intention and holding on to earthly matters and fears in this miserly energy. So you got 4 Cups, 4 Wands. 4 Swords is retreating within yourself and healing. The only good 4 is the 4 of Wands. So you choose what you want to become. And that's the lesson of that double 11, if that makes sense. Okay? You're welcome. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Any questions? Any questions? Thank you for renewing your subscription. So, any other numbers? Does anybody want their number done, their life path number done? So do you see why I don't like single life path numbers as the end all be all? It really makes no sense, you know? And I don't know what that means. What do you mean, can you cash me? What does that mean? You want to know I have Cash App if that's what you're looking for. So here's my Cash App. My Cash App is Sacred Intimacy Tarot. And it's $19 for you and your twin, or just $15 for you. Okay, so yeah, how do you calculate the number? You just add all the numbers, like I said. You'll listen. Just listen to it, because I've given a lot. You'll be able to listen to it. And you should write it down. You should write it down, and then you'll see all the numbers. I mean, it's your birthday, so it's not hard. You just added them all together. But what I was giving you, and if you pay attention to what I'm saying in terms of, because I know it's hard, because you're not able to visually see this, so it's difficult, like I know. But until I can understand how to do a blue screen or whatever the hell, again, technology to some level escapes me. But if you look at the day you're born, the day, and you listen to what I'm saying on your particular day, and then you listen to all of how I added the numbers, you'll understand what the hell I'm doing. It's not hard, but you got to write it down. So when I upload this video, you'll be able to follow along and write down what I'm saying. Is that cool? All right. Any other numbers? Anybody else want their number done? Their life path. Yeah. So it's all good. I mean, it's complicated, believe me, until it's not, until it's like second nature. But the thing about life path numbers is that if your name, like I was telling my son, I said, you've got to use your B in the middle name. You have to always have the B in your middle name, or else you lose vibration. You lose power in your name, right? Because he's born on the 24th of the month, right? Which is love, money, and power. It's fucking the best. It's which is 6, right? And then he was born into, he's a 10. And 10 is the wheel of fortune, and he goes directly into a 1. People that were born in the 21st century are one of the few, besides people born in the 1700s and so on. We born in the 1900s are the only ones who have a lot of 9s, and many of us have 2 life path numbers that come out to a single digit. But anyone born in the 21st century, the only ones that have 9s to add or remove are the ones obviously born on the 9th of the month, the 19th of the month, or the 29th of the month. And the rest of them have 1 life path. That's it. That just have 1. That's it, which is amazing. Yes, I'm going over the numbers now. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Thank you. So if you're interested in having the numbers done, the way you're going to do it is you're going to send me a Venmo or Cash App with in the notes your your date of birth and your person's date of birth so that it's private, and then I'll go ahead and break down the life path numbers, the day you were born and the life path numbers, and how that plays out with your twin, like we just did. I just did an amazing reading just now of all these nines. Bloody hell, right? 6, 3, and 9s. Holy shit. So every blue moon, I do see 1111s, which was another reading I just did, which is tough. But the person who has an 1111, in her day, the day she was born, was given 27, which is a scepter, which is powerful. It's a very good number. Very, very good. So she has to see this as the magic. Do we have to tell you we're sending it? Is there a list? No, yeah, just tell me you're sending it on Venmo or Cash App. And I'm sorry, I'm like, I don't really do this, like, but let me send you Cash App, Sacred Intimacy Tarot, and then Venmo Intimacy. And if it's a typo, please. But Sacred Intimacy Tarot or Venmo is Tony Barka 9. Tony Barka 9, okay? And it's $14 for just your number. Or if you add your person, it's $4 extra, so it's $19 total for a reading for 2 people. Okay? And then I look at all of that. I look at and I break it down. Any questions? And look, we have 27 people. Isn't that cool? I love that number. So thank you, Sweet Peaches, for sharing the live. Appreciate that. Anybody else wants to share the live with people who might benefit? Life paths are much more complex and fabulous than they're put out. I've noticed people always go with the single digit, and there's really no meat and potatoes to that. Who cares? 9, 1, really. But when you go deep into the shadows of the number, it's all there. So, yeah, get in. Get in. Tony Barka 9 is my Venmo number. Yes. Okay. So if you want to share the live with other people that might benefit, because think of me being a postman. You can put Main Street and you could put the city and you could even put the zip code. But if you don't give me the street address, I can't deliver. In other words, you can put Main Street and put my name, Tony Barka. It won't come to me. Okay. It won't come to me. You have to put 1325 Main Street, then it's coming to me. Apartment 111, then it's coming to me. So numbers are an example of what happened when you sat with your guides before you took on this incarnation, and what you wanted to learn, okay? And what your intention was, okay? In this incarnation, like what you wanted to experience. Or what you had to experience. You sat down with your person and they said, listen, you've been, well, what do you think? Well, I don't know, man. It's been really big, I just got a Cash App just now with somebody called, well, I'm not going to say your name, but you were born on the 9th day, right? And then Venmo, I've got a white blouse. Yes. I do have a white blouse on. Yep, that's me. And that's me. Okay, so your pick on Venmo is you in a white blouse. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. You got it. It's Tony Barka 9. And just make sure you please put all your information on the message for Venmo so I can read it. But let me go back to Cash App and let me go back to you. Can I call you by your name, Francis? So let's go right into it, okay? So you were born on the 9th day. And again, like I said, 9 is a perfect master number, okay? 9 is magic. 9 is you being able to co-create what you want to co-create with the universe. And again, I'm always... It's really hard for me when people like look at these wonderful numbers and they're like, but I'm not co-creating what I want. I'm not really living the life I want. I'm really not where I want to be. And so I'm going to give you Hilary Swank once again. Hilary Swank. Okay? And Hilary Swank was homeless in her car. Okay? I bring her up a lot. She's probably one of the best examples. And Hilary Swank won an Oscar. Yes, I see it. Get in. I just saw it. You were born on the 14th day. Am I correct? Just say yes. So I know it's you. The 14th day, right? But let me go back to Francis, and then I'll come. Yeah, good. You're confirmed. Okay, you're next. So on that day, when she won the Oscars, right? She had been prepared by a universe not to be arrogant. Maybe that was a propensity she had from other incarnations. So they said, okay, she's going to be a famous actress. She's going to win the Oscars. And Hillary was at the meeting with her soul tribe, and they said, listen, it's going to be tough in the beginning. You're going to go through a lot at a young age. And she went, well, okay. And part of it was being homeless. Okay, it didn't last. Did not last. And there she is, from car, homeless, desperate, to Oscar-winning actress. So when I say to you, you were born under a lucky star, number 9, I'm not playing. But let's look at the shadows. Let's go right into your shadows. Let's see if you have any. Who am I to say you have shadows? But let's add your numbers. So I'm adding the month you were born, the day you were born, the year you were born, right? And hang on, let me do it again, because I wish I had a calculator that was like more portable, but whatever. Bear with me, okay? Bear with me. And let me finish up with this. And you're 39. Okay, 39 is the number that it's 12. And 39 is 12. So you're double, yeah, you're 12. 12, now the Achilles heel with 39, because there is one, is that it's the same number as 30. 39 is 30, but it's also 12. So bear with me, okay? So 30, because there are certain numbers that are double digits that literally have the same meaning as other numbers, just to be clear. That's Kabbalah, okay? So when I look at 39, okay, I'm directed to 30, and 30 is the loner, meditation, being within. If you're not careful, you could become bitter, lonely, but chaos is so upsetting to you. Any form of chaos is so upsetting to you that you actually can't handle it. Like, you have to step away. So one of the Achilles that you have with 39 is when you add 3 plus 9 is 12. And 12 is the sacrifice and the victim. And this is, what happens is, if you're not careful, okay, you allow other people to take such control that you sacrifice yourself for their benefit. You will put yourself in harm's way for other people. That's not what you're being asked to do in this incarnation. What you're being asked to do is balance yourself out. 3, which is your life path, ultimately vibrates through the planet Jupiter, and Jupiter is an idealistic, highly curious, highly intellectual. They're just telling me with you personally that you're one of your last incarnations. You are a starseed, actually. There's no doubt. I'm getting the download on that out of nowhere, which is shocking the hell out of me, to be honest. But what's happening with you is that you were very analytical. They're showing me Dr. Spock. Dr. Spock, it's not logical, Jim. You were from that type of world. And the reason why you incarnated on planet Earth was for you to learn more heart coherence. And you cannot trust your 3D logic, okay? Because it's coming through the filter of the 3D brain. You're going to have to learn how to balance 3, which is the balance of the mind, the body, and the spirit. You have to balance all 3 out. That means you need to connect with nature. You need to walk barefoot on soil, beach, whatever. You need to put your spine up against tree trunks. You need to work on your chakras while you're meditating on land, okay? You need to find land. You need to connect with nature. This will ground you so that you're no longer in the sacrifice victim role, but you're more in the beautiful connection of 9, co-creating with the universe, okay? Now, let me do this without the 9, which is 30, which we just said, right? 30 is loner and meditation. So to be honest, your only life path, really, the two shadows that I'm looking at is 12, 30, 39, and 3. And 39 and 30 mean the same, so that's out, so it's just 1. And 12 is the sacrifice and the victim, don't do that. And 3 is the balance of the mind and the spirit and the mind, okay? And you definitely want to get more heart coherence You really need to learn more on how to do it. Now let's go right to your person, which is a 29. And 29 is a very heavy, it's a very dense karmic number, grace under pressure. And it's this person needs to get out of their own way. Again, this represents the muzzle line. Again, 29 equals 11, right? 2 plus 9 equals 11. The muzzle line is a lion. Good news, bad news, isn't speaking their truth, isn't walking in their light, is not in their true power. That's a problem. Okay, that's a big problem because they will be highly influenced by others. Okay, when I add 9 plus 11, right? When I add 9 plus 11, comes out to 20. 20 is judgment. 20 means you've got to you need to be awakened. 20 actually means awakening. In tarot, it means it means to be awakened. And there's something about this energy that where you need to look at what needs to be awakened. How should she awaken herself? What is she afraid of? And together, you guys awaken each other. When you add the 11, let's just do that for the hell of it. The 11 is 2. 2 plus 9, which is the day you were born with her, 11, which is 2, right? 1 plus 1 equals 2. Still comes out to 11. You can't escape this lesson in this incarnation with each other. You just can't. It's impossible. So what your lesson is to move out of your own way. She needs to move out of her own way, but you also, in your own right of learning and teaching yourself how to empower yourself, you cannot be stuck in the role of always being alone, of always going within. If you're going to go within, I'm not kidding, plug into source, meditate, call on Angel Michael, call on God, call on Yeshua. I don't care who the hell you call in, as long as they're light beings, but call on them and ask them to help you. If you're not asking them to help you, you're alone, sitting introspectively, suffering unduly. There's no reason. The sacrifice and the victim has to stop. You need to vibrate and walk in your power, which is 9 and 3. Now, 9 and 3, that's the irony of this connection with this woman, is that 9 and 3 is, again, 12. You stop doing this. Stay in the 3 vibration of idealism, of belief, of trusting the universe has your back, of knowing that you will always, that no matter if you leap into space, you will land on your feet. Will you always land on your feet? Hell no. But more often than not, you will. And when you fall on your face, your job is to say thank you to the universe. Thank you. I've learned this. I'm not doing that again. And you get off your knees and you get up and you start again. So that's what 3 is all about for you. With her, the 11, the 29 to the 11 to the 20, I mean, Jesus, she has to get out of her own way. Now, 1 plus 1 equals 2. In Kabbalah numerology, 2 is the moon, confusion, secrets, not knowing what to do next. But it also, in tarot, is the high priestess. So here again, we have the choice. We have the shadow and the light. The high priestess gets downloads, and she knows what to do, and she fucking does it. The moon is this fearful, mincing, stepping, afraid to even walk in darkness. And that is a problem. The high priestess is not afraid of the dark. In fact, she actually has more downloads in the dark than she would in the light. Okay? So she is being asked to come into her high priestess energy. Let me continue. Hang on for a quick second. Give me a few minutes. Let me add her whole number. And then bear with me. Just give me a few seconds. I'm just adding everything. And I'm going to do it twice because just in case. Okay? Okay, so bear with me because if this is correct, she's got some heavy karma. I'm just going to be straight up with you. This could have been a person who did not want to learn, who does not want to see, who wants to be blindfolded, who wants to put her head in the sand. I'm trying to be diplomatic, but we don't have time for diplomacy. You need to know what the hell is going on. So 35 is 8, and 8 is paying karma. It's a very dense number, and it's particularly a dense number for her. And I'll tell you why, because of the 29, because of the 11, because she's not making the right choices. And what does 38 vibrate to? 35 is the same number as 26, which is 8 again, and 26 is she needs to learn how to be a partner. She needs to partner with the elements. She needs to partner with her higher self. She needs to partner with the right people, but she needs to partner with her heart to develop heart coherence. Because when I feel the energy of her vibration, I see so much hesitation, and I don't see somebody who's just, yeah, let's have fun, let's do this, right? When I add your life path number, which is 3, right? 3 plus 8. Guess what it is? It's fucking 11. Here we go again. So it's like insane. It's like it's a hamster wheel that's constantly going into the 11 energy. And in your case, your only challenge is to morph your 12, your 30 and your 12 into 3. And keep it right there. Keep it going into the 3. I got to balance my heart. I got to balance my spirit, my mind, and my body. As long as you do those 3 things, you're good. In terms of her, she's got some stuff, man. She's got a lot of, she's going to have to get, she's being given the choice of being a high priestess. And when you choose the lighter aspects of these numbers, right? The rest of the karmic crap falls away. It's decalcification happens. In fact, your pineal gland opens up. Suddenly your third eye is more awake. Your heart coherence comes into play. All of these things collapse away from you, and you walk into your power. Any questions on that? Do you have any questions? Any questions, Francis? Any questions at all on this reading? Again, this will be uploaded on YouTube, so you guys can watch it again. All right. So the next person get in, right? 14, right, is you. So let me go ahead and put that together. Bear with me. Any questions? I want to make sure it helps a lot. Good. Stay in your 3. Boom. 3. The minute you go into 12, sacrifice in the middle, you fucking put yourself back. I'm not going to do that. Go to the sauna, go to the gym, go boxing, go running up a hill, just sprint, do 3 sprints and sweat your ass off. Just get out of your monkey mind. Stay in your 3 vibrations and you will win because you are a 9. Ultimately, the 9 is your ally in this. Okay, so now let's go right back into you. You're 14. Now, 14 is a kick-ass number. 14 is magnetic communication with the public. It goes down to 1 plus 4 is 5. 5 is Mercury. What is Mercury? Communication. It's the planet of communication. It's an amazing number. I don't know what else to say to you. It's 14. Fuck it. Magnetic communication is through art, through the written word, through the spoken word, through music, through bloody hell, anything. I mean, it's like you can do whatever the hell you want. So let me look at this. Hang on. Bear with me, okay? So let me add the numbers. Oh, fuck. Excuse me. Hang on. I got to do this. And let me add the year that you shared with me. Okay, so you're a 38. Now, 38 is not a walk in the park, okay? Because 38 is 29. 38 is 29, aka 11. So here we go with the muzzle line. Okay, this is kind of, okay, you're going to have to laugh. Okay, laugh at yourself for a minute. So you were given the gift of gab. You were given the power to communicate. But now you have a muzzle over your face, over your whole entire mouth, over your throat chakra, because here you are, the muzzle line. And yet you were giving the gifts. You have them, but you have not released them. You're the person who has a book, and you'll rewrite the book again and again and again and again, and you will call yourself a perfectionist, which is a fake excuse for saying, I'm afraid it will not be received well. You have to release your whatever it is that you're supposed to do without editing. You do not edit. Do you understand? If any questions on that so far? Any questions on that? Can you hear me? Get in. Tell me if you hear me, because this is a big message for you. It's a very, very big message, because what I'm seeing here is that you're literally been given everything you can imagine, and with 14 vibrating, and you are a 38, which is a 29, and you're a 29, you have no shadow numbers. That is it. They're straight up. They said, here, we're going to give you these gifts. You're going to be the incarnation of Shakespeare, but you're not, you're going to be afraid. You're going to be afraid to release your work. So whatever this is that you want to do and you're afraid of it, whatever it is that you wanted to do as a child, but now you're afraid of it, or worse off, you don't think it makes sense, you think it's illogical, is a problem. So you're an 11. Again, 11 is the muzzle line. 1 plus 1 is 2 in Kabbalah numerology. The 2, your life path technically on paper is 2, just so you know. All of you 11s are actually a life path number 2, but 2 is a double-edged sword. In one end, you're the moon, and the moon is filled with, wrought with, uncertainty, and it's dark, and I don't know, and there's these secrets, and where do I go from here? All of that. Or in tarot, 2 is the high priestess. So you decide what you want to vibrate to. Does that make sense? Okay, let's hang on. Why did you block this person?
It's a scammer.
Huh? No, actually, no, it isn't.
No, it said real estate investment.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Okay, sorry about that. We'll unblock you in a minute, okay? This is, I hope you can hear me. Let me make sure. Are you there? Okay. So, all right. Sorry about that. That was a mistake. Okay. So let me go back to your person. Get in. Okay. Get in. Okay, good. All right. So let's go to your person now. Okay. So your person was born on the 17th. Okay. Now, in Kabbalah numerology, 17 is the star of the Magi. In tarot, it is 17, the star. Wish upon a star, healing energy. It's actually very good. But the shadow of that is 8. 1 plus 7 is 8. That shadow right there is paying karma. It's somebody who your person did not, in other words, just like you were given 14, right? You were given this gift. This person was given, heal this shit, was their gift. 17, but underneath is 8. Karma. You've got karma to heal. You've got to make repairs. That's what they need to do. Does that make sense? And hang on. Let me do this real quick. I'm adding your person's numbers, okay? Bear with me, okay? So there's karma afoot with this number, okay? But the healing star should be prominent. And I'm going to have to say this to you. The healing star is Aquarius energy, which this person is. They are Aquarius energy, okay? So that right there is quite beautiful. But their shadows is what I just shared, which is 8. And that is a problem. All right, so however, and here's the good news, their life path is 36, which is 9, and 36 is the same number, has the same meaning as 27, and 27 is high karmic reward. They can do whatever they want. They can heal. They can manifest. They can go beyond the beyond. However, the 8 in the shadows show that there's still some karmic debts to be paid. And if this person walks in their light, once they are ready to repair damage, so I'll give you an example. So a betrayal happens. I'm just, a person you love has cheated on you, right? They cheated on you. And instead of coming back and saying nothing, they say, I'm really sorry I cheated on you. I'm really sorry I cheated with your friend. And here's why I did it. And I know it's wrong. And I don't know why I was hell-bent on hurting you like that. But I did it partly because I wanted to get away with it and to get back at you. And I wanted to control something. And now I'm so ashamed I did this to you. In other words, when you repair a mistake, you don't just say, I'm sorry. You say what happened, why it happened, and how it's wrong. That's how you repair. And if he's willing to do this kind of internal excavation and to then present it to whoever he's harmed, right? In this incarnation, excuse me, then he will reap the rewards of the number 17, which is star healing, which is Aquarius energy. And he will reap the rewards of 36, which is 27, the scepter, which is 9. He will reap the rewards. Is this something that can apply to us? Well, yeah, exactly. It does apply. And I didn't know he had, by the way. So that's interesting. So when we add 9 plus 2, it's 11, the muzzle line, which is your life path is 2, his life path is 9, right? So again, the muzzle line, that means speak your truth. He needs to speak his truth. When we add 14, which is 5 with the 8, which is, right, which is the days you were born. So 5 plus 8 equals what? 13. 13 is what? Death. In Kabbalah numerology, it's death, regeneration. And in tarot, it's death, regeneration. Regeneration, what does that mean? It means coming out of something dark and coming out of it. And it's a transformation that's very painful, but it's a beautiful transformation. And it's for your highest good. So you've got some karma here that could turn into love, money, and power, because when I add these, I add numbers in such a weird way, but it's not to give you false hope, but to tell you that the doors of your own powers have opened, the portals have opened, or else you wouldn't be here talking to me right now. You wouldn't have this message. Your job is to come into your high priestess energy. His job is to take the 8 of the star and make repairs and heal. That doesn't mean you'll get back together. It means that the karmic underpinning of this relationship, the foundation of your relationship that collapsed under the cheating, is repaired. So the karmic loop is no longer part of your connection in this life or past or future lives. Does that make sense? So that's what this means. Okay. Any questions on that? Does anybody have any questions? Any questions whatsoever? Any questions whatsoever? Yes, you have a question? No. Okay, cool. Are you satisfied? Did this give you some some meaning to your path? So 14, right? Magnetic communication, walk into your power. By the way, when we add, oh, forget, I'm not going to confuse you. It's confusing enough. But what I can say to you is that if you walk into your high priestess as a communicator, whatever you choose to do, you're going to kick ass. In terms of your person, if they can do the repair, there'll be massive healing, and he can manifest, and he will be put on the right track to manifest. Listen, when I say manifest, I mean manifesting love, manifesting health, money comes after all that. Who gives a shit if you're a multimillionaire, if you're in a wheelchair? Who cares, right? Who cares if you've got inoperable cancer and you're sitting on $1 billion? So health, love and health comes first. Okay? Love and health comes first. So any questions, please? Okay. Any questions? Does anybody want a reading? Because I actually have a reading at 6. So if there's anyone else that wants a reading, let me make sure that I've done everything I can. Bear with me, okay? Any other requests? Any other requests? No? Okay. So go to this link. So if anybody has any questions, let me know. I will upload this video today. And if you want a personal reading, like a one-on-one reading, it's $108 for an hour. We've already done, some of you have already done the numerology with me, the life path numbers. So we'd have that, already. And then we go right into seeing what the energy, what is your connection with this person, or what you need to understand, or what have you. And then, we'll go from there. I think that when people do readings for me, The reason why it's so in depth is because the numerology, the life path numbers are very much part of my readings. I also do an oracle reading to make sure we get the message for you, what message is for you. And then finally, the final is the tarot psychic downloads. And I also do Akashic record reading as well as hypnotherapy past life regression. No, it doesn't tell me that. It doesn't tell me that he's your twin. No, it doesn't. No, not in this case, not at all. So I would have to do. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you, Cosmic Canary. If you, I would need to do a reading. I would need to do a reading. There's no way I'm gonna. In your case, no, I can't say that this is a twin flame. But it doesn't mean it's not, okay? It doesn't mean it's not. What it means is, like, for example, my twin and I, our life path combined are 16, which is a tower in Kabbalah and in tarot, which is a shit show. But we've had to turn it from 16 to 7. And hopefully it'll work out. You never know. Because if 16 comes back into play, it means a new collapse, a new separation, right? So I'm just letting you know. You never know. It is what it is. But it seems as if we're going into the 7 vibration, and 7 is the journey. 7 is Neptune. 7 is I'm emotionally available. You're emotionally available. Great, finally, instead of being 16, which is, collapsing, implosions. It can be quite difficult. Anything else? So if you want a reading, get in. Then you may want to do a proper reading, like a reading 101, and we'll go from there. You don't have to do it anymore. Any questions? Any questions? I know you're new to all this. That's really cool. I wonder how you found me. You're welcome. So my YouTube channel is on my profile. Go to my profile page, follow me, go to my link tree, and you will see the YouTube channel. Just click on it. There's guided meditations. I have guided meditation on TikTok as well, but I also have guided meditations from lives I've done. I did a Satya Yuga meditation. I've done Breaking Soul Contract with God, yes, Source, and Planet Earth to rewrite new soul contracts that are much more aligned with who you guys are becoming in this incarnation. So I've done that. So there, just check out what I've got up there. I put a lot of important lives up, and tomorrow I'll be back at 3 to do more of the life path readings, and we'll go from there. Any other questions? Does anybody want a life path reading before I leave? Does anybody want me to do a famous person real quick to kind of see how that works? I'm just curious. Do you want to see how that works? Anybody want to look at that? Let me see. So I had done Nicholas Tesla, which was a 1010, as you guys know, right? And let me see. Let me see if I can find someone that is interesting to me. I'm trying to think of something. Oh, okay, yeah. I just thought of somebody. Okay, so I'm going to do Liz Taylor. And unless somebody else wants a reading, I'll close it with Liz Taylor. We're going to do Liz Taylor. Okay, fantastic. So Liz Taylor was born February 27th, right? She's a Pisces, as you all know. She was born February 27th in 1932. This is kick-ass. Right off the bat, she's 27, the scepter. A spiritual, beautiful, connected with God's source, gorgeous energy, okay? 9 is a master number, okay? Now let me add the numbers together for the life path. Let's do it. So hang on, okay? Let me see what's going on here with her. And then I'm actually going to do the life path of her the day she passed, because I want to see how that connects. I did that with Jim Morrison. It was pretty incredible. So okay, this is crazy. So she was given 9, which is a powerful number of co-creating with the universe. And she was given 26. And 26 is partnership. And 26, my friends, is a tough number. It's 8. It's a karmic number. It's come in and pay your karma. Now, I don't know if you know this, but one of her husbands was a Hilton, if you know what I'm saying, Nicky Hilton, and he used to beat the hell out of her. I don't know if you guys know that. And then Mike Todd came into her life. So 8 is right on the mark. Massive karmic number. She's a 26, which is partner with the right people. She's a 17, which is, so again, how do I come up with these numbers? I add her life path with the 9, 1932, with the 9, without the 9, 1932, take out the 9, that's 17. So partnership is one of the things she's being asked to do. 17 is Aquarius energy. In tarot, it's the star of the Magi, star of the stars, star of the universe. Very good. It is in tarot, it is Aquarius energy. It's 17, but therein lies the shadow, which is 8. It's karmic. So there was things that she needed to learn. You know what I mean? There was things that she came in that she had to pay. She died March 23rd. So here we got 3/23, which is 5, magnetic communication with the public. By the way, 23 is the line of Magi. It's a hell of a good day for her to pass away. So let me go ahead and add the numbers. 3 plus 2 plus 3 plus... She died in 2011. And I'm going to do it again just to make sure. 3, 5, 2. Yeah, I was right. Okay, so this will blow your mind. So she died on a powerful day. This will blow your mind because it's blowing mine. She died on a powerful day. But the number comes out to 12, the sacrifice and the victim. However, in balance, it's 3. The balance between the mind, the body, and the spirit. Now, this is something I do with certain clients, okay? This is nonsensical, but I don't trust 3D logic. But I've been guided to do this, so listen up. When I add the day she was born, the day she passed, which is 23, which is 5, with the if you would call it the life path of her death, you know, she died 2011, right? 2011, which is all added together, 3/23, 2011. It comes out to 12, which is 3. When I add 5 plus 3, it's 8. 8 was her life path number. So she literally died just as she was born on the same life path number. Did you guys get that? That's a mind blower. So her life path was 8. The day she died was a life path 8. So let's put it this way. Whoever was born the day she died, March 23rd, 2011, they were born with the life path 8. She died with this something reflecting her, which is, again, numbers blow my mind. They just blow my mind. Did you guys get that? Did you understand that? I hope you did. I'm going to let you go. I want to thank you all for being here. I will do this again tomorrow at 3 o'clock. If you want to share this with other people, if you want to see this live, it will be uploaded today, probably tonight, and you will be able to check it out and screen record your portion. And if you have any questions before I go, this is the time or else I'm going to shut off. And I want to thank you very, very much. I love doing this. I hope you enjoyed listening to this or watching it or being a part of it. If you were part of it, thank you very much. I really appreciate you guys. Any questions before I go? Any questions at all? Thank you for following me. Again, go to my profile, Linktree, and there you will see I will upload this as soon as TikTok processes it. I will upload it to my YouTube and you'll see it. It will say today's date, March 6th. It'll say life path reading, and you'll be able to find your portion, hopefully. All right, my loves, thank you so much for everything. Sending you much love on your journey. Check out my other content on TikTok and on my YouTube. All right, namaste. Until tomorrow.